Okay, all right. That's a wrap on this session. And remember, no quitting. You really have to get those muscles working and fit. Thank you, Shedams.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, so looking forward to next time, right?
Sure.
So you have to add this one, this penalty
Sure.
move. All right?
All right,
Okay, all right. So today on the kitchen, we've got Beyonce and Mary, who has been gushing over my look. And Beyonce, they had to tell me when I went home. Wait.
That is really, really interesting.
Wait.
We're admiring the village headmaster theme because he does look like a village headmaster. You cannot deny it now.
Really? Do I?
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay, all right. So take it away.
Okay, so Beyonce is ready for us. Is going to tell us what we're having today. So what is it going to be?
Yes, we are having something really, really interesting right now, and it's
everything you make is always interesting.
Thank you.
I can't wait for today's name.
Well, we are making couscous with
Couscous.
yes, we are making couscous.
Okay.
And we're making orange chili glazed chicken.
I said it. What did you call it again?
Orange chili glazed chicken. Yes. Yes. The idea of a glaze is to put something shiny on your food. So when you see something, when they call something a glaze, like you go to some stores and you see donuts, you see they're written glaze on it.
Yeah.
You see something shiny, either chocolate or yeah, it's to put a shiny look to it. So yeah, that is what the glaze is. So we're going to be making the glaze.
What are you using to
separate.
glaze it today?
We're using orange. We're using orange juice.
Wait, you're actually going to put this in the chicken?
Just watch. So we're actually making the glaze. We're making the glaze with orange juice and chili sauce. It's a orange chili glaze. Yes. So I think we should start with making the glaze.
Okay.
So our pan here, and obviously
the juice.
our orange juice.
Okay.
And chili sauce. So I'm sure you
Orange
guys.
and chili. Egbami, Beyonce. What do you even think of when you choose these meals? Orange
I
and
think
chili.
of something interesting. I think of creativity.
I can't wait to taste this one. And don't even get started on me this morning.
That's well.
Because I'll be the first to have mine today.
Well, you will. I missed you, so yes.
I should be going off for weeks very soon.
You should. You'll be fine.
Orange and chili.
So basically, we just want this to cook down a little.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now, when we talk about chili, the last thing you think of is orange. So what would make you want to mix both of them together? What kind of flavor are you?
You want a citrusy, spicy flavor. Yeah, because I like the idea of something spicy and citrusy. You know,
spicy and citrusy.
You know, food is. You can always be over creative with your food. Nothing stops you from being excessively creative, not just
let's go back to the rest of the ingredients.
So basically we have our orange juice, onions, cherry tomatoes, couscous of course. We're going to be adding some vegetables into the couscous. This is carrot and green beans, and of course we're using a little bit of margarine to cook our couscous at the end of the day. So basically what is happening is we are going to cook this down. When this is cooked down, we're going to pan-sear our chicken breast. Okay. When it's pan-seared and it's from the pan-searing process, it goes into the oven. Okay. Yeah. Then after that, we're going to boil our water, you know, with chicken stock and all, and we're going to pour our couscous in it. Couscous cooks less than 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes, you don't want to overcook your couscous.
Now, I am quite interested in this. Couscous isn't a normal Nigerian meal.
Yes, couscous is a North African staple. Yeah, they make it often in Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria. You know.
That could be hard to believe.
And it's actually healthy, very healthy. It contains just 176 calories. You know. Just you know.
That's a lot for some people trying to lose weight.
You know, but it's healthier than white grain rice. Yes, it's way healthier.
Now, you know why I said it's hard to believe? Because I know this is almost like a local delicacy in French-speaking countries.
Yes,
especially when you go to Benin.
Have you had couscous before?
I've had couscous. Like,
how did you have it? What did you have it with?
I had it with vegetable though.
Just vegetables?
Yes.
Usually when they make couscous, it could come with a sauce. Stews, you know, but mine is not coming with stew today.
Okay, it's coming with some chili glaze.
No, the glaze is for the chicken. But trust me, it's going to taste.
But what
great.
health benefits, as besides the lower calories, what else does it have?
It contains quite a number of it contains the required number of fiber, you know, the body needs to function.
How many servings is this?
This is about 1.5 cup. So yeah, it could serve for like it depends on how much you want to eat, but it could serve for like 3,
6 people? Oh,
4, 5
4
people.
5.
But it swells obviously like rice, you know, also. But the main thing while cooking couscous is
looks like some kind of gari.
No, it's semolina wheat. So the main thing cooking couscous is you must be conscious of the amount of water you're using, the proportion of water you're using, because
like
for every cup of couscous, you should use 3/4 cup of water. But just in case you are not sure of making couscous, just check the packet. I'm sure every packet has the instructions on how to make couscous.
Okay, all right, cool. One thing I'm actually curious about is when you make something like this for the first time, you know, people like to experiment with food, right? You'd like to know if there are other uses besides it seeming like some kind of swallow.
Oh, come again?
Beyonce.
Come anyway.
It's because of the sauce and the orange. You yourself, you are wondering what are you doing.
You say?
I was talking about the other ways you can actually make couscous besides the usual way it's known to be.
You still have to make it. You still have to, irrespective, you still have to cook it. Then you can now make a stir fry out of couscous, yes. Or you could make a form of arancini, like a ball. You could make it together, and you could get creative with it, you know, as much as possible. Yes, you can. We're not just making couscous, you know. Even today, we're not just making couscous. We have to add a little bit of a fizz into this thing. So right now, as we're talking, we could just season our chicken.
You haven't talked about the seasoning you're using today.
We're making use of black pepper.
That was why I asked.
We're making use of Italian seasoning and adobo.
Okay.
So with a little bit of salt.
Okay. So what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
You're going to fancy it like this?
Yes. Do you know why my hand is this far?
Why?
Yeah. As much as if it's too close, the granules becomes more, you know. But when you take it up, it spreads evenly.
I used to think it was something fashionable with chefs. You
no.
Like
everything
the other chef that was trending some months back.
So it'd be like, you know. So as much as everything we try to put a fizz to it, there is a purpose for it.
Okay. So when you finish with this, what next? So
we're going to just pan-sear it. Just a little bit of adobo to it.
Okay.
Yeah. And while our sauce is still cooking down.
The sauce isn't ready yet.
It's still cooking down. Then our Italian seasoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
What uses this Italian seasoning anyway?
Well, basically we chefs, we cook with a lot of herbs, you know.
Okay.
And you know, there are some ones that are just wonderful with your protein, you know. Okay. They are like chicken and rosemary, they go, you know. Chicken and sage, they go. You know, there are just some lamb and rosemary is like a match made in heaven, you know. Wow. They go also. So you actually, while you're in this culinary school, they teach you, okay, these herbs and spices, they go with this.
Wow.
So it's not just about, really, I realized that culinary school was like going to school all together again, because it wasn't it was just
a totally new experience.
Yes, it was like you're going to school again, not just okay, I want to just go to culinary school.
Well, I'm learning something new today, and I'm sure you are too. It's what did you call it again?
We're making couscous and orange chili glazed chicken.
I know the couscous part. Well, while we are making this couscous, let's find out if Yomi and Titi are salivating already. I bet they are.
Salivating? Not yet.
Because we want to begin to get that aroma.
Yeah, but my fitness trainer said, you know, I shouldn't hang out in the kitchen today. That he's noticed that I've started putting on weight. So I should stay away from Beyonce. Sorry, the food.
Don't mind him. I haven't noticed any weight gain yet.
Oh, well, hey.
All right, so now the talking drum is a type of drum that is used by the Yoruba ethnic group in Nigeria. That's in West Africa. Now, the drum goes way back in the history of the Yoruba people. Now, centuries ago, the drum was originally used for mainly for communication, but became a musical instrument over time.
But what is peculiar about the art is the fact that it's usually played by men. But today, our guest decided to go against the norm and chart her own path.
Fondly referred to as the goddess of the talking drum, Araola Olumuyiwa is Africa's first female drummer, singer, and dancer. Now, she's also one of Africa's leading female drummers and singers.
She performed with world-class musicians like Stevie Wonder, King Sunny Ade, Femi Kuti, Angelique Kidjo, and a host of others. And yeah, apparently she's performed for the Queen of England as well. Welcome to the studio.
Performance for the Queen.
Hey!
International Ara.
Thank you. See, as in, when I was reading that earlier, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Been around the world.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for waking up early. We always say that to our guests
Cheers.
because we know how it is.
So how early did you wake up today?
5:45.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Okay, you're not
that
far
isn't
away
bad.
then.
That
That's
isn't
great.
bad.
Fantastic.
No.
So did you take the drum around the world, or did the drum take you around the world?
Wow. First, I say good morning to the audience at home. Yes. That question is a beautiful one. The drum took me around the world. Yes, the drum took me around the world, and it's been the most beautiful, fulfilling experience of a lifetime.
Wow. Now, you're talking about the drum taking you around the world, and when you came in, the first thing you did was you covered the drum.
Yes.
And you said you needed to keep it warm.
Yes.
Why?
And Titi didn't understand.
I was just like, why are you keeping the drum warm? And you said something. What was it you said?
Because it could go deaf, and then I'm trying to play do re mi, and I'm playing do do mi. So it's not so friendly with the cold weather, the skin.
When you say the drum could go deaf, you know, in literature they call it personification. You gave it life.
Yes.
How does that work? Please break it down for me.
Because first and foremost, the talking drum is a very spiritual instrument.
Okay.
And is a living instrument.
Okay.
And it's made out of animal skin and plants. So for you to get the best out of it, you have to keep it very warm.
Okay.
It's not so friendly, because I remember anytime we go on tour and it's winter,
okay,
we need to get extra padding for the talking drums, especially in the room, for the heater to be turned on so that it doesn't get, because playing it just like that could just go off. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. So, I mean, during the intro, we're talking about all the different collaborations you've had with King Sunny Ade and Femi Kuti and all these great acts. But one story that I want you to tell us is the one that happened with Chief Ebenezer Obey, where, so you went and recorded this song and you hadn't told him yet. Can you just tell us what happened?
Oh, yes. I had always wanted to do that song because my dad, my mom, they loved that song. I'm sure everybody in the generation did love. So I picked on it, and by the time we started recording, I tried to get in touch with him, but I couldn't. Two-Face happened to be around at that time, and I had called him and said, bro, I need to do this. And he said, now let's go on. So, Two-Face is extremely busy. So I had to quickly get in the studio. Fine. After recording, we shot the video. Then I had to now go to Chief Ebenezer Obey. On getting to his house, I knelt down, took drinks and everything. Daddy, this is what I did. He just looked at me, just laughed. First, he prayed for me. He blessed me. And he said, oh, go and bring my iPad. My grandchildren already,
they already
sent the video to him. He already sent the video.
Wow.
So he was so happy. He blessed me. He prayed for me. It was a beautiful, 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 and a privilege and honor to actually be with him.
Yeah. Another thing that you said, in a recent interview, you were talking about the fact that you would have liked to play with someone like Fatai Rolling Dollar, but you never got the opportunity.
Yes.
To. Why did you think that he would have been a good fit for you?
I was very close to him. We performed at numerous events. I even got 1 or 2 gigs for him. And he would call me out of the blues, Ara, Mbolowa, Ara. you know, because I told him, Baba, we need to do something. And he would call me and said, Ara, when are we going to do this? When are you going to be ready? So I wasn't, of course, he died an old man, but of course it was still a huge shock to me and disappointment that procrastination. I kept procrastinating. We would do this, Baba, I'm not worried, we would do this. And so I would have, I feel that, I don't know if you ever met him, but it was one musician that I felt that I should have done something. I don't know how to describe him. May God bless his memory. But I knew that there would have been a fantastic, you know, connection musically. And will have come up with something really, really beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to go back to the drum.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This drum is still just fascinating me.
Okay.
Because now I'd heard so many different stories about how spiritual the drum can be,
yes.
How important it is for you to have a special connection with the drum. Now, the fact that you're a woman, when you started playing, did you have any critique, negative critique, from, you know, other drummers saying, okay, either how dare you pick up the drum, and how have you built your connection with the drum over time?
Thank you. You know, we all react to change in different ways, and Ara was, at that point in time, was that change that everyone was not going to get used to quickly, especially the men folks in the drumming world. I remember then I had wanted to I approached a few of them and they refused to teach me. Okay. Fine, yeah. I guess tradition, really. They felt like, okay, I was told a couple of myths. You will not be able to have kids. Yeah, your soup would go sour.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I would say destiny, though. Because if you look at my 3-day-old picture, in that picture, I was like this. It was like I had my drum in my hands.
When you were a child?
Yes, 3 days old.
Wow.
Yes, I was like this. And my mom and brother dragged my attention to that picture, said, look at your hand. You were actually like this. Wow. I still have the picture, you know. So I believe that God placed this in my hands. It's what I was sent to do. And it goes beyond the talking drum. It's a platform. The talking drum is a platform to go to higher things and higher, and especially for humanity. Yes, that's what I believe.
Okay. So, I mean, let's talk about... Yeah.
It looks like she's ready to play something.
Yeah, it looks like the drum is awake now.
Yeah, like you just woke up.
Hey! It's awake. It's awake.
Wow! I'm wondering what you're saying.
Arakabo, Shedadalude.
Can you do that again?
Okay, so you need to translate that for those that don't understand.
Arakabo. Ṣé dáadáa ló dé? Àti retí rẹ. Káàbọ̀. Ṣé dáadáa ló dé?
Wow. Excellent.
Amazing.
Excellent. Wow.
Amazing.
Now, talking about the music, just before we go, we wanted to ask you, there's a particular song that you wrote that was deep and very emotional for you. The song Iwe,
yes.
and which happens to be the name of your son.
Yes.
How is he, by the way?
He's very fine.
Okay, so can you tell us just briefly the story behind that song and why you named your son that name?
That's a very emotional one, yeah. Of course, I'm a single mom, and I had wanted to be in a beautiful marriage, loved and being loved in a lovely environment. Sorry, I'm starting this emotional for me. Okay. Now, it didn't work out. It wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I prayed for. No woman prays for that. So in the song, my lyrics goes to my son, the most beautiful gift God had ever given me. You know, I said all of that. And I said that someday soon, you'll be a man. Maybe you'll understand why I had to leave your dad. And I said, ìyàwó ni ò fẹ́ jẹun ọmọ, ìyàwó ni ò fẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì, dọjọ́ alẹ́ kó jẹun ọmọ. No, every mother wants that. Every woman wants that. But when circumstances beyond your control, you have to choose between your child and your life. I mean, your child, your life, and the marriage. So when it gets to that point, you know you have to take a very painful decision. Society might not smile at you. society might tag you something else, but then you just need to take a perfect decision. And that was what I did at the right time.
Wow.
So that was why I wrote the song for my son.
Thank you for
I'm sure
sharing
that's encouraging for someone who's listening this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, it's been a nice and engaging interview with the one and only
Ara.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
So we have some dancers coming up. And we were going to encourage you to stay close, stay around. Okay. Let's take a break, and then we can have dancers from the guild, the Dance Guild of Nigeria.
That's the incomparable Ara.
Honestly,
doing
that
her
performance.
Thing, amazing.
A lot of energy to also play that drum, but somehow it doesn't feel like she's playing it anymore. She feels like she's, it feels like she's...
It's like she and the drum are the same.
Yeah, they're one.
So it's just, the drum has a voice, and it's her voice that's just speaking through it.
She's been doing that for a long time now. How many years?
Probably 25 years.
Wow.
She started when she was really young.
Honestly, I think, well, the aroma coming from the kitchen is giving us
so
some
now
tension
we're beginning
here.
to now feel that breakfast coming along.
Mary, I hope you're looking after Beyonce for us.
Now, like, for a moment, I thought the dance was still going on, but we're back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yes.
A lot has been going on while we were away from here. And I have so many questions to ask him. I decided to keep them to myself till you can also get the answers.
First of all, I would like you to taste the sauce. I want you to. I want to know what you think about it.
I don't think I want to.
I know it's weird. I know the chili, the citrus. You know, you are used to seasoning cube and pepper and.
My eyes and
What do you think about it?
I need one more try to decide.
What do you think about it?
This is actually very nice.
What can you taste in it? What?
You know, I can actually taste the pepper.
Yeah.
And then just as I'm trying to understand the fact that there's pepper in this, a lot of it in fact, I get this second flavor, like
the citrus flavor coming out.
the citrus flavor.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's nice.
It's the effect you're trying to achieve, you know. So yes, our glaze is ready, and we added a little bit of butter into this, just a little bit, to make it look creamier, you know, and all. So
because I was wondering, normally when you sear, you don't add butter.
No, when you sear, you just use the
chicken fat.
Yes, and a little bit of olive oil to sear. But you know, I just added a little bit of butter to give it a very nice texture at the end of the day. So Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm still savoring the taste of the
Yes,
the glaze.
So basically, yeah, what is going to happen to this chicken is once we are done searing, we pour the glaze in it. Yes,
Now?
yes. Once we're going to pour the glaze in it very soon. I'm going to cut a little bit
I was going
of.
to ask, what do you want to use the tomatoes for?
Yes,
Because
I want to
can't
roast
see-
it alongside the chicken, inside it.
Beyonce
I want
has
it.
come again.
I want a burst of flavors from the roasted tomatoes. You know, roasting tomatoes has a different flavor from
yeah.
eating it raw. I want the flavor from roasted tomatoes. I want chicken flavor, the glaze flavor, everything coming together. I'd say it's a marriage made in heaven. Right now.
This marriage is already interesting to me, and I cannot imagine. Would I not be having like 1 million flavors busting in my mouth?
Well, cooking is beyond just tasting Maggi cubes and seasoning cubes and pepper. It's really a work of art. You know, you have to learn how to combine a lot of flavors without using seasoning cube. You see, we hardly cook.
I was going to ask you that. How come you don't use seasoning cubes?
Well, seasoning cubes are really not acceptable while cooking cuisines. You know, there is a standard, and you know, using seasoning cube is like cheating.
Are you serious?
You know, but you really do not need seasoning cube when you have a lot going on for you.
So it's more about the original taste of each item.
Yes, you really do not need seasoning cube.
I've tasted seasoning at one expensive restaurant before.
Probably it's
I was
not
even
seasoning.
complaining.
Probably it's not seasoning. Probably it's
Dude, I paid 20,000 for you.
See, I don't think it's
Because I don't
seasoning.
like salt much.
Yeah.
So it was really
we're
irritating.
just going to pop this in here before we pour the
Is
glaze.
this the roasting?
Yeah, no. The roasting will take place
Inside the oven?
Yes, in the oven.
Okay.
So,
what's the purpose of putting this here?
Yeah, I want it roasted. I want it to start cooking as soon as possible.
Okay.
So, the couscous takes about 2 minutes, so that will come last. You know, you don't need to rush that, you know, and you don't want it cold either, so.
I can see colors already.
Yes.
Are you going to put this in this or in the couscous?
What?
The carrots and peas?
Yes. At the end of after cooking the couscous, we're just going to stir fry a little bit.
Okay.
So now this is where the glaze comes in. Yeah.
When I was younger, my dad would call this abasha. I cannot wait to see what will come out of this.
So see how the glaze looks, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, and it goes into the oven, you know. So the cooking process finishes in the oven. We finish off the cooking process in the oven. And this is 200 at 10 minutes. You don't want to cook your chicken dry, you know.
Okay.
At the same time you're cooking it, it has to be very moist in it. Very, very moist.
So that's the end of the glaze?
That is the end of the glaze. So we are going to the couscous. So this is...
the onions go into the couscous?
Yes, a little bit of minced onions.
This
is chicken broth.
Oh, okay.
So chicken...
And still no seasoning cube?
No seasoning cube in it.
So what's with the yellow?
And it's chicken broth. So we are adding a bit of turmeric into the chicken broth.
As is to be expected. Mr. Black pepper, turmeric.
You know, a bit of...
I hear turmeric is actually very healthy.
Yes, it is. People even use it for facial mask and all, you know. It's really healthy.
I know it's usually rubbed all over the body. Blame it on the Indian movies.
Do you make use of turmeric?
No, for cooking.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, yes. But I always thought it was like too much of everything until I found out that it was actually very, very
turmeric
important.
Is mostly used in Indian cuisines. They use it to make a lot of curries and
they use it on their flesh too. Like when you're about to get married, it's part of the tradition, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
I can't wait to see you all rubbed up into it.
Okay. So basically, we're just going to let this cook. We need boiling hot water to cook this, you know. So basically, while cooking the couscous, you're not pouring, it's not like a boiling rice.
Okay.
The water is going to be boiled and you take it off the heat. Yes.
Okay.
So then you pour your couscous in it.
It's like making eba. The water is boiled, then you take it off.
Yes, then you cover it. Okay. You know, you're not. It's not like.
Oh, you cover it for a while.
Yeah. Once the water is boiled, you take it off the heat. Your couscous, the hot water, then you seal it. That is what's going to cook it. Oh. Yes, you're not adding anything extraordinary to it. You know, so we're just going to let this water boil a little.
Okay.
What did you have for breakfast yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yes, I wasn't here, so I'm sure.
Actually, I had flakes, so.
Flakes?
Yeah, but I wasn't here yesterday either. What did you have for breakfast?
Yesterday, I had homemade bread. Someone made bread for me.
Someone made bread
for you? I like bread a lot.
I heard about what you did though. You brought Chinese cuisine. And I was like 2 offices away.
Sometime soon, we are going to be making a little bit of Chinese here, you know.
I can't wait for that.
It's just going to be like a stir fry, you know. We're going to have a lot of things and we're just going to stir fry. So people can make their stir fry at home themselves.
We'll be needing lots of bowls.
Yes, a lot of bowls because basically stir fry is just about, you know.
Put in a little bit of this and that.
So back to what we were cooking today. We are cooking couscous and orange chili glazed chicken. And basically we made a glaze. The glaze is made out of orange juice and chili sauce. While you make your glaze, you set that aside and you pan-sear your chicken. You season it, salt, black pepper, Italian seasoning, and what have you. And you pan-sear it. Once you've cooked the first side, then the second side, you pour your glaze on it and you put it in the oven for 10 minutes at 200 Celsius. And yes, your chicken is cooked. While we are battling it with the couscous
I can't wait to dig into it. I really cannot wait to dig into it.
Well,
the chicken broth is coming out nicely, which is quite fantastic. Yeah, so we're gonna take. We're gonna connect straight with Yomi right now. This is still Wake Up Nigeria.